Hello students, welcome to the next video of Laplace transform. In today's video we are going to see the example based on Laplace transform. In previous video we had discussed the definition of Laplace transform, then we had also seen the properties of Laplace transform. Now today while solving the Laplace transform sum we are going to use that properties of Laplace transform. So let's see the first example. First example is obtain Laplace of 3 cos 60 minus 5 sin 60. Okay. Now we are going to find the Laplace of 3 cos 60 minus 5 sin 60. So first we are going to use the linearity property. So this can be separated as 3 is a constant term, so that will come outside the Laplace. So it will be 3 Laplace of cos 60 minus 5 is a constant, so 5 will come outside the Laplace, 5 into Laplace of sin 60. So 3 into, now Laplace of cos 60, so Laplace of cos 80 is s upon s square plus a square. So Laplace of 60 will be s upon s square plus 6 square minus 5 constant, so it will be remain as it is. Then Laplace of 60, so Laplace of sin 60, so we know that Laplace of sin 80 is a upon s square plus a square, so it will be 6 upon s square plus 6 square. So 3s upon s square plus 36 minus 30 upon s square plus 36. So we'll solve this. So it will be 3s minus 30 upon s square plus 36. That is the common term. Now from numerator we can take 3 common. So it will be s minus 10 upon s square plus 36. Okay. See one more example. Again question is find Laplace of or obtain Laplace of 5 sin h3t minus 3 cos 4t. Okay, again we are going to use the linearity property. So 5 is constant, so that will come outside the Laplace. So 5 into Laplace of sin h3t minus 3 into Laplace of cos 4t. So 5 into, now Laplace of sin h80 is a upon s square minus a square. So it will be 3 upon s square minus 3 square minus 3 constant, so that will remain as it is, cos 4t, cos 80. So Laplace of cos 4t, that will be s upon s square plus a square. So s upon s square plus 4 square. Okay. So 15 upon s square minus 9 minus 3s upon s square plus 16. Okay. So in both the sum we use the linearity property. Now let's see the other sum. So here question is find the Laplace transform of sin square 2t. Okay, but we know that we don't have any Laplace transform for square of sine. Okay, there is no direct formula for sine square theta. So what we are going to do, we are going to convert this sine square theta in cos theta. So we know that the relation is sine square theta is 1 minus cos 2 theta upon 2. So we will use this relation and we convert this sine into cos. So we get sine square 2t, that is equal to 1 minus cos 4t upon 2. Now we take Laplace transform on both the side. So it will be 1 upon 2 common, Laplace of t minus Laplace of cos 4t. Now Laplace of t is 1 upon s, Laplace of cos 4t is s upon s square plus 16. Now 1 upon 2 as it is, then we do the cross multiplication. So by doing cross multiplication we get x square plus 16 minus x square s square upon s into s square plus 16. So finally we get 8 upon s into s square plus 16. So here what we did, here we first use the relation, trigonometric relation. We convert this sine 2 theta into cos theta, and then we had taken the Laplace transform on both the side, and again in this we use the linearity property. Okay, then similar type of sum here, sine cube theta is given. Again we don't have direct Laplace transform for sine cube theta, so here we use the formula of sine 3 theta. We know that sine 3 theta is equal to 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. So we are going to use this formula and we will convert this sine cube theta in 3 sine theta minus sine 3 theta upon 4. Now we'll take Laplace transform on both the sides. So by taking Laplace transform on both the side, we get Laplace transform of 1 upon 4 into 3 sine t minus sine 3t. So 1 upon 4 is common, so it will come outside the Laplace. Okay, again we are going to apply linearity property. So by linearity property, we take 3 outside the Laplace, Laplace of sine t minus Laplace of sine 3t. Then 1 upon 4 into 3, then Laplace of sine t is 3, this 3, okay, into 1 upon s square plus 1 minus again 3, okay, Laplace of sine 3t is 3 upon s square plus 3 square. So s square plus 9. So by cross multiplication we get s square plus 9 minus s square minus 1 upon s square plus 1 into s square plus 9. So we get 6 upon s square plus 1 into s square plus 9. Then third, obtain Laplace transform of e raised to 3t sine 2t into cos 3t. Okay, so we have 2 sine a into cos b, that is equal to sine a plus b plus sine a minus b. So here we are going to use that formula. Which formula? See, this in this sine 2t into cos 3t. In this we are going to use this factorization formula. Okay, not factorization, we are going to use the defactorization formula. So defactorization formula says that 2 sine a cos b will be sine a plus b plus sine a minus b. So 2 sine 2t into cos 3t. Okay, we are going to substitute a as 2t and b as 3t in right hand side. So it will be sine phi t plus sine minus t. Okay, but we know that sine minus theta is minus sine theta, so it will be sine phi t minus sine t. Okay, now sine 2t into cos 3t, that is equal to, I am taking this 2 on right hand side, so it will be half into sine phi t minus sine t. Now I am going to put this in question. So Laplace transform of e raised to 3t sine 2t into cos 3t, that will be 1 upon 2 is constant, so that will come outside, into Laplace transform of e raised to 3t into sine phi t minus Laplace of e raised to 3t into sine t. Here I apply a linearity property. Now next is, see, it is nothing but the multiplication by e raised to at in both the places. So I have to use the first shifting property, means multiplication by e raised to at. So for that first I have to find the Laplace transform for sine phi t, and in that I have to replace s by s minus 3. Okay, so we know that Laplace transform of sine phi t is 5 upon s square plus phi square. Okay, in that I am doing the shifting, so it will be 5 upon s minus 3 whole square plus phi square. Similarly, sine t, Laplace transform of sine t is 1 upon s square plus 1 square, but in that we are doing the shifting, means we are replacing s by s minus 3. So it will be 1 upon s minus 3 square plus 1 square. Now by solving this, we get 5 upon s square minus 6x plus 9 plus 25 minus 1 upon s square minus 6s plus 9 plus 1. Okay. So we get this term. Then we do the cross multiplication. By cross multiplying and solving, we get this as the answer. See one more sum. Laplace transform of t into cos 3t. Okay. Now this is nothing but the multiplication by t. Okay. Here I am going to use the rule multiplication by t property. And if function is multiplied by t, then I have to differentiate Laplace. Okay, so first I have to find the Laplace of cos 3t, and Laplace of cos 3t is s upon s square plus 9. Then Laplace of t into cos 3t, that means minus 1 raised to 1 into derivative of Laplace transform of cos 3t. So minus 1 raised to 1 will be minus. So minus, then derivative of s upon s square plus 9. Here I have to use u upon v rule. So s plus 9 into derivative of s, which is 1, minus s into derivative of s square plus 9. So derivative of denominator is 2s upon s square plus 9 whole square. So here I apply the u upon v rule of derivative. Then by simplifying this, we get s square minus 9 upon s square plus 9 whole square. So this is the example of multiplication by t property. Now see one more example on multiplication by t. So here question is find the Laplace transform of t square into sin t. So again first I have to find the Laplace transform of sin t. Laplace transform of sin t is 1 upon s square plus 1. Then Laplace transform of t square into sin t. That means minus 1 square into d2 into 1 upon s square plus 1 upon dx square. Okay, that means double derivative of this. So first let us differentiate this first. So 1 upon s square plus 1, derivative of, we know that derivative of 1 upon x is minus 1 upon x square. Hence the derivative of 1 upon s square plus 1 will be minus 1 upon s square plus 1 the whole square into derivative of s square plus 1, applying the chain rule. So derivative of s square plus 1 will be 2s plus 0. So it is minus 2s upon s square plus 1 the whole square. Now minus 2 is constant, so that will come outside. Derivative of s upon s square plus 1 the whole square. Here I have to use u upon v rule, right? Let me clear the screen. Now I am getting this minus 2 into derivative of s upon s square plus 1 the whole square. So here I have to use the u upon v rule. So we'll start from the denominator. So v into derivative of s is 1 minus s into derivative of s square plus 1 the whole square. So first we find the derivative of x raised to n. So it will be n into x raised to n minus 1. Then we will find the derivative of s square plus 1, and that is 2s upon s square plus 1 the whole square. Okay, so square raised to square, so it will be raised to 4. So finally by multiplying this, we get s raised to 4 plus 2s square plus 1 minus 4s raised to 4 minus 4s square upon s square plus 1 raised to 4. Okay, so by simplifying this, we get answer as 2 into 3s square minus 1 upon s square plus 1 raised to 3. Okay, So these two are the example of multiplication by t raised to n, property of Laplace transform. Then see next is find the Laplace transform of t into e raised to t into cos t. Okay, so see, first we find the Laplace transform of cos t, then it is a multiply by e raised to t, means we have to do the first shifting, and then it is a multiply by t. So again I have to find the derivative of that. So first I am finding the Laplace transform of cos t. So Laplace transform of cos t is s upon s square plus 1 square. In that I have to do the shifting. So it will be s minus 1 upon s minus 1 the whole square plus 1. Okay, so that will be s minus 1 upon s square minus 2s plus 2. Then multiply by t. That means we have to find the derivative of this Laplace. So minus 1 raised to 1 into derivative of s minus 1 upon s square minus 2s plus 2. Then here we will apply the u upon v rule. So v into derivative of u minus u into derivative of v upon v square. Okay. So by simplification, by doing the multiplication, we get answer as s into s minus 2 upon s square minus 2s plus 2 the whole square. So this is the example of function. In that we have doing the first shifting, and finally we are applying the multiplication by t raised to n property. Okay. Now let us see the example of division by t. So here we have to find the Laplace transform of sin t divided by t. So this is the example of division by t. So Laplace transform of sin t, first we have to find the Laplace of function. So Laplace of sin t, that will be 1 upon s square plus 1. Now Laplace of sin t upon t, so that is equal to integral s to infinity Laplace into ds. So integral s to infinity 1 upon s square plus 1 ds, and we know that integral of 1 upon s square plus 1 dx is tan inverse x. Okay, so this is integral will be tan inverse s. Then we put the limit of integral as s to infinity. So that will be tan inverse infinity minus tan inverse s. So tan inverse infinity is pi upon 2 and tan inverse s remain as it is. So pi minus 2 pi upon 2 minus tan inverse s. So this is nothing but cot inverse s. Okay. So if you write this as pi upon 2 minus tan inverse s, then also it is right, and if you are writing cot inverse s, then also it is right. So these are the example based on properties of Laplace transform. So do the practice. Thank you, students.